So, guys, the year is 2017. The ANC is having their conference in Nasrec. Ace Magashule is up against Senzo Mchunu for the Secretary General of the African National Congress. Ace Magashule wins by 30 votes, but somehow Senzo Mchunu and his slate, they celebrate, because who cares about the numbers in the African National Congress? Guys, this will go down as the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to Senzo Mchunu. I mean, this is one of those videos that I watch whenever I'm having a bad day. I watch this video to remind myself that Senzo Mchunu lost to Ace Magashule in front of the whole country, but somehow his team celebrated. This is amazing.
And 8 abstentions. And the votes are as follows. Comrade Ace Magashule at 2360 votes. Comrade Senzo Mchunu 2336.
So guys, this says everything that you need to know about the African National Congress. Senzo Mchunu literally lost. He lost. Comrade Ace Magashule 2360. Comrade Senzo Mchunu 2330. And guess who celebrates? The one who got 2330.
And 8 abstentions. And the votes are as follows. Comrade Ace Magashule at 2360 votes. Comrade Senzo Mchunu 2336.
And the funny thing is that look at this lady over here. You see the cursor here? Look at this lady here. When they announce what Ace Magashule got, she's flicking her hand like this, like, nah, man, who cares about Ace Magashule, man? Who to hell with Ace Magashule? And this lady is not listening. They are telling her that Ace Magashule got 2,360, and she says, ah. And they are telling her that Senzo Mchunu got 2,330, and she celebrates. She celebrates.
And 8 abstentions. And the votes are as follows. Comrade Ace Magashule at 2360 votes.
Look at her.
Comrade Senzo Mchunu 2336.
And the funny part is that none of these people says that, guys, we actually lost. We actually lost, but who cares? Who cares about the number, man? This is the African National Congress. Who cares about the number? They were told that Senzo Mchunu was going to win, so we don't care about the results. Man, I will always have this video in my archives. I don't care. I don't care. I will always have this video in my archives. But guys, so on to more serious matters.
In the year 2024, a request was received from Gauteng Organized Crime Investigating Unit to assist with the investigation to dismantle the organized crime syndicate that was operating in Gauteng that was controlled in Gauteng but operating in the rest of the country and in neighboring countries. I, as a Provincial Commissioner, took a decision to deploy 10 members from this political killings task team to go and support this organized crime unit in Gauteng. I can tell South Africans that this decision was a cause for the disbandment letter of this team, because they overstepped their mandate of only focusing in KZN. They went to support Gauteng organized crime unit with the dismantling of a criminal syndicate. And I can confirm before the South Africans today that the investigation which these members were involved with in Gauteng has unmasked the syndicate. And this syndicate involves, amongst others, politicians who are currently serving in Parliament. The law enforcement officers include the members of the South African Police Service, the Metro Police, and correctional services. They include prosecutors in Gauteng province, the judiciary, and all these are controlled by the drug cartel as well as business people in that province of Gauteng. This act, of course, undermines the criminal justice system in this country.
So, guys, it looks like we are getting somewhere with the political killing task team. You remember after General Mchunu told us that, guys, this is the reason why these comrades and their friends have actually decided to disband the political killing task team, is because we were starting to get close. And we have actually unmasked a syndicate in Johannesburg, and this syndicate, in their pockets, they have the politicians in the parliament, and they have some of the people that are working in parliament. So South Africans were actually shocked to say, if this team was performing so well, why was this team actually disbanded? And General Mchunu told us. But then we saw the officials starting to point fingers at each other. You remember during that time, General Sibiya went on national television and basically told the South Africans that he got the letter from Masemola to go ahead and disband this team. You remember this is what Sibiya said.
He's saying what he's saying, and I can tell you that he doesn't know what he's talking about. To start with, the political task team, upon receiving a letter from the national commissioner, not from the minister, it is the national commissioner, Fani Masemola, who wrote me a letter telling me what he wants done and by when, not the minister. I received a letter from the national commissioner that says he wants this by this date. Ours was to implement. Secondly, they were requested to, according to the way the national commissioner instructed, to make sure that those dockets are brought to the detectives since they belong in the detective space.
So basically, this is what General Sibiya said, that no, I got the letter from Masemola to go ahead, and it is not my job to ask questions, but my job is just to implement what I have been instructed to do. But in the same period, Masemola did a press conference and he was asked about this because General Sibiya had already went on national television to say Masemola is the one that sent him the letter to disband the political killing task team. But then Masemola did something a bit weird because he contradicted his deputy live on national television, and this is what Masemola said.
In general, what is the status of the political killings task team? Did the National Commissioner authorize the closure of the units?
Well, I'm sure you have not seen any letter that I've signed to close the unit. I have not signed it, and I don't think anybody have ever seen a letter where I've signed off the closure of the unit.
So now we see the police commissioner basically contradicting his deputy to say that, no, I have never signed off on such a letter. And I believe that if I had signed off on such a letter, you would have seen it. So Sibiya has done a lot of interviews on national television. Sibiya has already went to the ad hoc committee, but what I do not understand is why is nobody asking Sibiya to produce the letter that he got from Masemola? I have never heard anybody saying that, Sibiya, since you say that you got the letter from Masemola, you didn't get the letter from Senzo Mchunu, but you got the letter from Masemola. Where is that letter that you got from Masemola? Sibiya has never actually been pressed to produce this letter that he got from Masemola. And I don't understand why. He hasn't actually been put to a corner to explain why. To produce that letter that he supposedly got from Masemola. I don't understand. So now, Senzo Mchunu in the ad hoc committee trying to explain why he disbanded the political killing task team. And one of the reasons why he gave, like, it just didn't make any sense. One of the reasons is that, no, I wanted to focus on the Senzo Mchunu was speaking about the border management, and we need to allocate sufficient resources to everybody. It is unfair for the political killing task team to have all of this money while the other departments are suffering, and this is the reason why he has actually decided to disband that political killing task team. But then, after that press conference of General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi on the 6th of July, Cyril Ramaphosa came and said that, no, guys, we're going to establish a commission of inquiry to get to the bottom of what happened. But the question that people kept asking was Ramaphosa aware of the decision that Senzo Mchunu made to disband the political killing task team? Did Ramaphosa know that Senzo Mchunu was going to disband the political killing task team? And what was Ramaphosa's input? And this is how Senzo Mchunu tried to answer that question in the ad hoc committee.
And basically noted it. An agreement, let's not become technical. I think we know what an agreement means. Two or more people discuss something. They put whatever is on the table that requires an agreement. They engage, and then they say, okay, fine. Here it sounds like there was no engagement. You informed the president of your decision.
I briefed the president.
Yes, you briefed the same thing. You briefed the president. Mm-hmm. But the president didn't engage you. He couldn't. You didn't give him any reasons. You never told him why you wanted the task team to be disestablished, so that the president could say, oh, okay, but why X, Y, and Z? And then you engage in a discussion. It was a short meeting. So you briefed him in short, and he noted what you had to say. There couldn't have been an agreement.
Senior Counsel, I am pleading with you to note that there are different forms of engaging, even with the president. You can go and ask to make a presentation. If you are granted an opportunity, you will make that presentation. You can ask for a short period just to brief him on something, and then if it's granted, you do so. It takes different forms. In this instance, it was a briefing from my side, and I don't think there was anything wrong in me using that word, unless it is demonstrated to me that this was wrong. But what I'm saying in my statement, I did brief the president. That's what I'm saying. Yes. After the effect, after the 31st.
Yes, I was just questioning whether you could say there was an agreement or that the president agreed with.
And I don't understand, how did Senzo Mchunu brief the president about the disbandment of the political killing task team? Because what he actually explains is that, no, it was not a long meeting between me and Ramaphosa. So how did he manage to get through all of these reasons why he is disbanding the political killing task team? Because in Parliament, Senzo Mchunu took over hours to explain why he disbanded the political killing task team. So how is it that in parliament you can take 6 hours to explain why you disbanded the political killing task team, but in the same breath you tell us that you briefed the president about the disbandment of the political killing task team? So it says a lot about the meeting between you and the president, because how can the president say yes when you have not told him all the reasons why you want to disband the political killing task team? It doesn't make any sense at all.
The director, given that it was a briefing and it was short. That's what I was questioning.
Yes.
But if you're happy with the response, then we can move on. Again, I'm not here as a judge to sit and discuss what constitutes an agreement. I've just questioned whether it was appropriate to use.
Just a moment, Honorable Nwala.
Chancellor, thanks, just a second. I think it is important for us to explain to the witness why the evidence leader is emphasizing agreement. It's solely because the main witness had casted doubt whether the president would have agreed for a dissolution of a political killing team. So that's why the evidence leader is emphatic when it comes whether or not the president agreed. Because the main witness went to an extent of saying the president made an address in Northern Cape and he would have applauded the work done by the political killings task team, and therefore the main witness does not believe that the president would have agreed to such a kind of a decision. So that's why the evidence leader is emphasizing on the agreement. Thank you very much, Chair.
May I proceed, Honorable Chair?
He has helped you.
Yeah, I asked.
Just one more moment. Honorable Malema.
No, thanks, Chair. I think we must put it simple because it's going to be a serious issue. Did the president agree to the disbandment of PKTT?
The answer in the affidavit is that
he says the answer in the affidavit. He says the answer in the affidavit.
Of PKTT.
the answer in the affidavit is that I briefed the president, he agreed with the briefing I gave him.
So, Honorable Minister, is the answer yes?
Yes, as is in the affidavit.
The answer is yes. The answer which we must record is yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
I mean, what was so hard for Senzo Mchunu to actually admit that the president agreed with the disbandment of the political killing task team? Then I think Ramaphosa needs to appear before the commission to explain why he agreed with the briefing from Senzo Mchunu, because Senzo Mchunu is making it clear that no, it was not a long message, a long meeting between me and President Ramaphosa. And it is in contrary to what happened in Parliament, because Mchunu took a long time to explain why he disbanded the political killing task team. So if he took such a long time to explain to Parliament, how did he convince the president in a brief meeting? Excuse me. How did he convince the president in a brief meeting that we need to disband this political killing task team? And why did Ramaphosa agree to this without hearing all the reasons? Because clearly it was a short brief. Ramaphosa needs to come. He needs to come because now his friend literally threw him under the bus. And the president, when he got here from Brazil to do that press conference, he pretended to be shocked about everything. That, no, I am so shocked about the political killing task team. I am so shocked about everything that General Ntanta Mkhwanazi is saying. But now we are learning that, no, the president actually agreed to disband the political killing task team. So why would the president agree to disband a team that he himself endorsed before? Does it actually prove the point that General Ntanta Mkhwanazi made earlier on, that the only reason why these people have decided to disband the political killing task team is because this team was starting to unmasked some of the syndicates, and the politicians and the people in government were starting to be exposed. This is the reason why the president and his thief of a police minister decided to disband the political killing task team. And it won't be the first time that Ramaphosa and Senzo Mchunu come together and collude on something. You remember that Senzo Mchunu is the same guy that has sealed the report of the investigations of Palapala. This guy, South Africans as we speak, they do not know what actually happened in Palapala because Senzo Mchunu for some reason decided to seal the report of the investigations into Palapala. So now it is scratch my back, I will scratch yours. We are seeing it in real time. So now I guess the only person that has to explain is Ramaphosa. Why did you agree to the disbandment of the political killing task team, whereas the political killing task team was doing an amazing job? Why didn't you give these people more money to continue busting down with the criminals? Why didn't you do that? Because clearly Mchunu was fine with the fact that the dockets were sitting there, idling inside the office of Sibiya. And Sibiya also needs to be thrown in jail because after those records, after those dockets were ordered to go back to KZN, we saw people started getting arrested. So Sibiya was literally standing between the justice and the criminals, was there protecting the criminals. This is what he basically did. Because when Masemola ordered those dockets to go back to KZN, we saw people started getting arrested. And if it wasn't for Masemola asking those dockets, ordering those dockets to go back to KZN, the people that were arrested after those dockets went back to KZN, they will still be free. Meaning that the Sibiya was protecting some of these people in these dockets. I mean, guys, so this is a mafia statement. This is a mafia state. So Ramaphosa needs to account. The president needs to account. He needs to explain to the people of this country why he agreed to the disbandment of the political killing task team. He needs to agree with that. And this thing of the budget that no, give them more money, give them more money. The comrades are stealing a lot. Why didn't you give them more money? Guys, what are your thoughts? Please type in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the like button and the most important part, subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.